I'm here on behalf of the Upper Canada chapter of the Antique Truck Club of America to welcome you to the 2020 Athens Truck Show Virtual Edition. Given the current COVID-19 situation and the uncertainty it brings, we had to make the difficult and heartbreaking decision to cancel this year's event scheduled for this weekend, August 14th and 15th, 2020. That being said, we are bringing the 5th annual Athens Truck Show to you. We understand it's not the same as attending the show in beautiful Athens, Ontario, home of the murals. We know it's not the same as seeing these trucks in person, polished, chrome glistening, checking out what's under that hood, learning the history behind some of these vehicles, the mileage, and what makes them overall unique. We too will miss catching up with friends, the slow truck races, the fabulous Saturday night barbecue, the spectacular light show, and the list goes on. However, health and safety is first and foremost, and in order to end this pandemic, we must abide by the federal, provincial, and municipal regulations. Trucks big and small, old and new, original to modified, you will find them all right here at the 2020 Athens Virtual Truck Show. We hope you enjoy.
Diamonds on the windshield as heaven starts to cry, and in his rearview mirror his angel waves goodbye. She knows he's gonna go, she knows he's one of them. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again, sailing toward the setting sun. Freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Oh, bring it on in there.
Well, put the pedal to the metal, try it out or run the rank. Another shot of truck stop coffee as I'm running through his veins. This world turns on 18 wheels, thank God we can depend
on brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again, sailing toward the setting sun. Freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Carolina west, Denver, Baton Rouge, east of Pittsburgh, Portland south of San Diego. Sail on, sail on.
Tallahassee north to Boston,
up to Bangor, west to Austin, coast to coast, sea to sea. Sail on, sail on, you brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again, sailing toward the setting sun. Freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again, sailing toward the setting sun. Freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. God bless you, brothers of the highway, children of the wind.
God bless y'all.
That's a big 10-4.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana, and we'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run. Old Smokey's got them ears on, he's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. So you got to dodge him, you got to duck him, you gotta keep that diesel trucking. Just put that hammer down and give it hell. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old bandit run.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You got a copy on me, Pigpen? Come on. Yeah, 10-4, Pigpen, for sure, for sure. By golly, it's clean clear to Flagtown. Come on. Yeah, it's a big 10-4 there, Pigpen. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive. Looks like we got us a convoy.
It was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenworth pulling logs. Cab over Pete with a reefer on and a Jimmy hauling hogs. We was headed for Bear on I-10 about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this here's the rubber duck and I'm about to put the hammer down.
Cause we got a little convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on, join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
Now, Breaker, Pigpen, this here's the duck, and you wanna back off them hogs? Yeah, 10-4, about 5 miles or so. 10 Roger, them hogs is getting intense up here.
By the time we got into Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock up on the Cloverleaf, and them bears is wall to wall. And them Smokies as thick as bugs on a bumper. They even had a bear in the air. I says, calling all trucks, this here's the duck. We about to go a hunting bear.
Cause we got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. We're gonna roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy.
You wanna give me a 10-9 on that, Pigpen? Negatory, Pigpen, you're still too close. Yeah, them hogs is starting to close up my sinuses. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10.
Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails. We tore up all of our swindle sheets and left them setting on the scales. By the time we hit that Chi-Town, them bears was a-getting smart. He brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and rigs of every size. Them chicken coops was full of bears and choppers filled the skies. We shot across the line, we went for broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse microbus.
It ain't a story as old as time, just as old as when they first rolled off the assembly line. Everybody knows how it goes. Once upon a time, 4 wheels rolled and a boy gets a truck, truck gets a girl, girl gets a midnight feeling he's the one. One night turns to love, love turns into one knee down, down payment on a 3-bedroom house filled with the sound of little feet. Then you blink and he's asking for the keys to pick her up. Boy gets a truck. It's freedom flying down a 2-lane. Young love steaming up the windows 'cause I can't wait. She's whispering in your ear while you're trying to keep it on the road. It's been going on for years. A boy gets a truck, truck gets a girl, girl gets a midnight feeling he's the one. One night turns to love, love turns into one knee down, down payment on a 3-bedroom house filled with the sound of little feet. Then you blink and he's asking for the keys to pick her up. Boy gets a truck. Oh, oh, oh. Truck gets a girl. Yeah, she slide on over, put her head on your shoulder while the wheels keep turning the world. That boy gets a truck. Boy gets a truck, truck gets a girl, girl gets a midnight feeling he's the one. One night turns to love, love turns into one knee down, down payment on a 3-bedroom house filled with the sound of little feet. Then you blink and he's asking for the keys to pick her up. Boy gets a truck. Oh, oh. Truck gets a girl. Truck gets a girl, girl gets a midnight feeling he's the one. Boy gets a truck.
This 1991 Kenworth W900L features a 500 Detroit engine and an 18-speed transmission. It rides on newer air ride suspension and has a red dot roof mounted air conditioning unit. This 1961 Emeryville features a 350 small cam Cummins engine. It has a 9-speed transmission, 209-inch wheelbase with international air ride suspension and center point steering. This 2006 Chevrolet SSR convertible came from factory with an LS2 400 horsepower engine and is one of 535 in this color. Mr. Williams started with a 4-year-old Cadillac and built this body. He did all the work and paint at his home shop. This 1954 Chevrolet has the original 4-speed automatic transmission rebuilt in 2019 by Mr. Williams. Pictured here is a 2000 GMC Sonoma V6. Mr. Williams built the rear bed and play bulldozer at his home in his workshop. This 1953 Mercury M100 was restored over a period of years. It is mostly stock, other than the motor, which is a 292 V8 Y block with a 9-inch rear end and 12-volt system. Canopy Express trucks were produced from the 1920s through the mid-50s as a necessity of modernizing consumer-driven economy. They were the predecessor to the grocery store, allowing hucksters to deliver fresh food door to door. While most households only had one vehicle, housewives could shop from home. This Advanced Design Series vehicle is a heavy-duty 1-ton with 132-inch wheelbase. It was restored and recommissioned by the Gale family as a produce distribution vehicle. Less than 2,000 3807s were made, with fewer than 10 known to exist today. The iconic Advanced Design First Series Chevrolet pickup was the best-selling post-World War II truck. Affordable, practical, and versatile, these light-duty pickup trucks were popular among farmers, contractors, peddlers, etc. With a simple straight-six gas engine and a 3-speed with steering column-mounted shifter, it didn't get much simpler. This 5-window truck, named Charlie, one of 179,000 made in 1950, was restored in Pennsylvania in 1988 and added to the Gale family collection. It has since been driven approximately 25,000 miles. This 1952 GMC 250 is all original with less than 80,000 miles. Purchased by Halem Missouri Banana Company, the Bananas with Appeal of Scranton, Pennsylvania, this truck was used to deliver bananas around the area until 1957, when it parked in the company warehouse. It was rescued in 2017 and added to the Gale family collection. If you're a Harry Chapin fan, the Missouri Banana Company's Brockway is the subject of the song 30,000 Pounds of Bananas. Originally delivered in Camden, New Jersey, just across the river from Autocar's plant in suburban Philadelphia, this DC 100 tractor with integral sleeper was repowered and restored by the late Dal DeYoung in approximately 2012. Powered by a 350 Cummins, it retains its original 5-speed double overdrive. This Willys utility wagon is powered by a top-of-the-line 6-cylinder 226 cubic inch flathead with a 3-speed transmission and overdrive. It is a fully restored Colorado truck and a great driving example with 88,000 miles. The only non-factory modifications being the overdrive accessory and the LED taillight bulbs for increased nighttime visibility. Willys 6226 Super Hurricane 4x4 was built by the General Fire Apparatus Company in Detroit, Michigan, and sold at a Willys dealership in New Jersey, the Curtiss Wright Military Aircraft Engine Plant in Woodridge, New Jersey. Equipped with a 500-gallon-per-minute water pump, plenty of hose, a ladder, tools, and a 150-gallon booster tank, it was purchased by the Gale family from the Curtiss Wright Company in the mid-1980s and has been preserved in original but repainted condition with under 10,000 original miles. The E-Series was produced from 1955 to 1964 and remained virtually unchanged during the run due to Studebaker's financial woes, leading to its demise in 1967. This truck, equipped with a Studebaker 289 V8 and 3-speed column-shifted transmission with overdrive, was purchased new by Mr. Lewis in 1959 in Arizona. It is fully documented from new, including the bill of sale, shown with a 1956 Century Palomino runabout on a 1959 P&E trailer. This single-axle autocar features an NH220 Cummins 10-speed Road Ranger transmission, 3-speed Brownie with Holmes 750 wrecker. It was originally configured as a semi-tractor, but later converted into a wrecker. This 1961 GMC 1502 was sold new in Washington, D.C. to a Bell Telephone executive engineer who purchased it as a weekend warrior to haul a slide-in camper. Originally delivered as a step-side, in 1962 it was upgraded to have utility fenders added for additional storage of clothes and food. To increase stability, GM and Firestone custom engineered a dual rear wheel setup with airbag suspension. The Gale family have the custom drawings and every piece of paperwork on the truck dating back to 1961. It has 51,000 original miles and is in 100% original condition. This 1964 Brockway 257 has 12,000 original miles. Sold new by Brockway Sales and Service, Schaefer's Garage in Johnstown, Pennsylvania as a coal truck. In 1965, it was involved in a rollover and was bought back by the Schaefers and rebuilt with the help of employee Stephen Christie. They built a shop wrecker using the Brockway and a well-built crane purchased from the railroad and a custom body. The truck was sold after Schaefer closed in 1977 and eventually back to Christie with 8,000 miles in 1983 and the Gale family in April of 2018. It has an NH262 Cummins, the transmission is an RT915, and 3-speed Brownie. This white 4000 series 4464 TDL is a rare lightweight model as designated by L, which signified an aluminum frame. Old Blue was owned and restored by L&H Trucking of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, Glenn Longstreth. This truck features an NH262 turbocharged power plant with power delivered through a 10-speed Road Ranger. It has a tandem axle on velvet ride suspension. Old Blue has been a staple at truck shows throughout the Northeast for over 30 years, with Glenn Longstreth as owner until 2011 and now the Gales. This all-original 1966 white 3000 model 3450 TD has an NH195 Cummins, 5-speed transmission with 2-speed rear and has 42,170 miles from new. Can you believe it still has the paper on the corners of the seats from the factory? This North American Van Lines tractor parked in approximately 1967 after an apparent minor accident. It was reassembled by Cecil Bright in Ohio in 2010. Here it's photographed with a 1947 Fruhoff SS dry van. The Gentleman Jim edition was a very limited edition with only 1,000 produced, one for each qualified dealer. Loaded with a top-of-the-line interior and air conditioning, these trucks were all painted in a black and gold color scheme and treated with a vinyl applique on the bed reading Gentleman Jim. This example was purchased new by Joe and Sylvia Gale in 1975 and shows 53,000 miles from new. This truck was the pride of the fleet of Gale Industrial Scrap Iron and Metal located in Roosevelt, New Jersey. This white WCS 64 was sold new in 1989 to Steck Transport of Camden, New Jersey during the end of White's existence as a brand. This truck was still technically titled as a White, but after 1988, White was no longer displayed on the grille. The truck has a 350 Cummins and a 13-speed. It was retired by Steck in 2018. This Pete 379 was sold new to Thomas Crane in Huntington Beach, California in 1990. It is equipped with a Cummins 444 and a 13-speed Road Ranger, riding on Pete air suspension with 44,000-pound rears. The truck has 450,000 original miles and has been hauling the Gale family vintage trucks around the country since 2017. This 1979 white Western Star cabover has the original CAT 3406A PCTA motor with the CAT brake saver. It has 1 million miles on it and was rebuilt in 2017. It also has an RTO 125/13 transmission with a 4:33 ratio on 38,000-pound Rayco suspension and 176-inch wheelbase. This truck was the 475th one built. This Peterbilt is powered by a CAT 3406B model with air-to-air and also has a Jake brake. It has a 256-inch wheelbase with a 13-speed Road Ranger transmission and Peterbilt air ride suspension. The trailer is a 1976 Great Dane stainless reefer with a carrier unit and was completely rebuilt by Ronnie. Our friends at the Keystone Antique Truck and Tractor Museum have been a continued supporter of the Athens Truck Show. The Keystone Antique Truck and Tractor Museum is conveniently located just 30 minutes from Richmond, Virginia. Encompassing more than 75,000 square feet, Keystone Antique Truck and Tractor Museum is no ordinary museum. It's cool, it's combustive, and it guarantees to take you on an exhilarating walk down memory lane. The museum incorporates fully restored antique farm tractors, a time warp of antique road trucks, classic cars, vintage gas pumps, oil cans, automotive signage, clocks, advertising posters of yesteryear, and so much more. Let's take a peek at a few pieces they have on display. For more information about the Keystone Antique Truck and Tractor Museum, please visit www.keystonetractorworks.com.
Oh, them big wheels are turning, going somewhere, and they're carrying her away from my side. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die. Love was just a game to me, I thought I'd never cry. I thought she'd be the loser, but standing here am I. And that long train is rolling, going somewhere, and it's carrying her away from my side. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die. A broken heart is something that I have never had, but I learned the hard way, didn't know it hurt so bad. And them big wheels are turning, going somewhere, and they're carrying her away from my side.
Yes, he cried, thought he'd die.
Never dies, keeps right on a hurting, no matter how I try. And that old rattler's rolling, going somewhere, and it's carrying her away from my side. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die. Many years I've fooled around, and many years I've lied. I'd always be leaving with that suitcase by my side, but that big engine's rolling, going somewhere, and it's carrying her away from my side. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die. Yes, I cried, thought I'd die.
This 2003 Peterbilt 379 features a 6NZ Cat engine, 18-speed transmission, and 46,000 rear axle. It has a 244-inch wheelbase. This truck was gifted to the Tackleberry collection by Gary and Adam Cooney. 1977 was the last year of production for Brockway. This 1977 Brockway 760 has a Formula 350 Cummins and 9-speed overdrive and only has 8,500 original miles. This 1984 Marmon was once owned by the federal U.S. government. It has a 400 Cummins with an Allison automatic transmission. It also has an escape hatch in the rear of the sleeper and electric wheel sanders. This 1988 Freightliner FLC 120 has a 3406B Cat engine, 13-speed transmission, and a 355 rear axle ratio. This 1998 Pete 379 Long Hood has an N14 525 Cummins engine, 13-speed transmission, and a 390 rear axle ratio. Pictured here is a 1988 W900B Kenworth with a 1987 utility stainless steel reefer. This combo has been together since new. It features a 425 Cat engine, 15-speed transmission, and newer air ride suspension. This 1981 Eagle Brome is a limited edition. It's got a 400 Cat engine and a 13 double overdrive. Photographed here is a 1983 Peterbilt 359 extended hood. It's got a 400 Cummins and a 15-speed overdrive. This Peterbilt was a show truck when it was new.
I'm chilling on the dirt road swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right, I'm hitting easy street on mud tires. Back in the day, Potts Farm was a place to go. Load the truck up, hit the dirt road, jump the barbed wire, spread the word, light the bonfire and call the girls. King in the can and the Marlboro man, Jack and Jim were a few good men where you learn how to kiss and cuss and fight too. Better watch out for the boys in blue and all this small town he said, she said. Ain't it funny how rumors spread like I know something y'all don't know? Man, that talk is getting old. You better mind your business, man, watch your mouth before I have to knock that loud mouth out. I'm tired of talking, man, y'all ain't listening. Them old dirt roads is what y'all miss. I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right, I'm hitting easy street on mud tires. I sit back and think about them good old days, the way we were raising our southern ways. And we like cornbread and biscuits, and if it's broke around here, we fix it. I can take y'all where you need to go, down to my hood, back in them woods. We do it different round here, that's right, but we sure do it good, and we do it all night. So if you really want to know how it feels to get off the road, trucks and four wheels, jump on in, and man, tell your friends we'll raise some hell with a blacktop in. I'm chilling on a dirt road, laid back swerving like I'm George Jones. Smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in the headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning off a real life driving, that's right, I'm hitting easy street on mud tires. That's right.
Prowse Transport have owned this 1975 Dodge 950 Bighorn since new. The paint was changed to Prowse Transport colors, which is waterfall blue and tartan turquoise with a Cuban red frame. This has been the only change since new. This 1974 Diamond Rio Royale has also been owned by Prowse Transport since new and is original. It's Cummins powered with a 13-speed transmission and Hendrickson spring suspension. Pictured center in the flower bed is a 1947 Diamond T201. It's very similar to the trucks that Dan Prowse's grandfather had. The name on the door is a reproduction done from an old picture.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. I'm going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way, our way. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way, our road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. What my daddy did, and it's what I do. Between the two of us, there ain't a town we ain't been through. Riding 18 wheels, polished chrome and steel, trying to keep this country rolling. Out here doing that deal. So if you ask me what it is that I do, I'll tell you, I drive trucks on the highways where I'm bound, trucking it up from coast to coast and from town to town. It's in my blood. That white line fever feeds my soul. No matter which way I'm heading, I'm always headed home. I'll be there soon with God and a little love. I drive trucks. I had a bad wreck, 285's wet dynamite. Through the tears I can still see the flames and the flashing lights. Almost give it up, put away my driving keys, but from somewhere up above I heard a voice say to me, son, you drive trucks on the highways where you're found, trucking it up coast to coast and from town to town. It's in your blood. That white line fever feeds your soul. No matter which way you're heading, you're always headed home. You'll be there soon with me and a little love. Son, we drive trucks like the Pony Express in the wild, wild west. We ride all night long through every storm, trying to do our best. We drive trucks on the highways where we're found, trucking it up coast to coast and from town to town. It's in our blood. That white line fever feeds our souls. No matter which way we're heading, we're always headed home. We'll be there soon with God and a little love. We drive trucks. That's what we do. We drive trucks. That's what we do.
This International RDTC 405 has a Cummins HRBB 600 180 horsepower engine. It has a Fuller RTO 9513 transmission with a page-in, page suspension. This 1953 International RDFC 405 model has a Cummins HRBB 600 180 horsepower engine. It has a Fuller 5C 720 overdrive transmission and a 2-speed rear end. This 1956 International RDFC 402 has a Cummins NRTO 6B 743 335 horsepower engine. It has a Fuller Road Ranger 9-speed transmission and a Timken top loader's rear end. This 2002 Peterbilt 379 comes with a 70-inch bunk. It has a Cat 6NZ 550 horsepower engine. It is an 18-speed on 24/5 rubber with a 275-inch wheelbase. 1999 was the last year of the International Cabovers. The truck is currently undergoing a complete restoration and will be Tackaberry's flagship in support of cancer research. When the restoration is complete, it will shine bright in its new pink color scheme.
He was heading into Boston in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Boston, he was having lots of luck. He was going the wrong direction down a one-way street in town. And this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his cab right to the dock. And as he looked around him, through his tears he made this sound. Oh, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave the town. He was very, very happy going back to Alabama. When up ahead he saw a sign said, "You are northward bound." He said, "Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found." Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. He was driving down the right lane when ahead he saw a sign, and he had to make a left turn, but he could not get in line. And the tears were streaming down his cheeks, and they all heard him yell, "Give me 40 sticks of dynamite, I'll blow this thing to give me 40 acres, and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found." Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around.
It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down a highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now from Charlottetown or from Summerside, they load him down for the big long ride. He jumps in the cab and he's off with the pride so big old. He's gotta catch the boat to make Clementine, and he hits up that old New Brunswick line. To Montreal he comes just a-flying with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. Now the Ontario Provincial Police don't think much of Bud. Yeah, the cops have been looking for the son of a gun that's been ripping the tire off the 401. They know the name on the truck shines up in the sun, Green Gables. But he hits Toronto and it's 7 o'clock when he backs her up again the terminal dock, and the boys gather round just to hear him talk about another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling. The Spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig. They're from Prince Edward Island. They're from Prince Edward Island. I know a lot of people from east to west that like the Spuds from the island best, 'cause they'll stand up to the hardest test. right on the table. So when you see that big trucker rolling by, wave your hand or kind of wink your eye, 'cause that's Bud the Spud from old PEI with another big load of potatoes. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud, rolling down the highway smiling, because he's got another big load of the best doggone potatoes that's ever been growed. And they're from Prince Edward Island, they're from Prince Edward Island.
I took a job on the interstate, late night, third shift, really low pay. I was hired to greet the out-of-towners, some on uppers, some on downers, try to help them on their way. I got a boss, but you never know. I'm the one here who runs this show. I sell jerky and gasoline, fix the broke down Slurpee machines, mop these dingy floors until they glow. That's my job at the truck stop. I take money, I make change, smile and send them on their way. It ain't a life of fortune, fame, or glory, but I shook the hand of Johnny Cash just a week before he passed, passing through on his way to Montgomery. I ain't got much, but I got stories. 10 at night to 5 a.m. You never know who's gonna come in. Touring bands, old and new, politicians and prostitutes, heaven only knows where the hell they've been. We got Aerosmith and Rizzo Vine, your discount bins $2.99, ice cold beer and DVDs, everything the traveler needs to get them on down the line. That's my job at the truck stop. I take money, I make change, smile and send them on their way. It ain't a life of fortune, fame, or glory, but I shook the hand of Johnny Cash just a week before he passed, passing through on his way to Montgomery. I ain't got much, I got stories. Took a job on the interstate, late night, third shift, really low pay.
A.T.C.A had this 2017 International Lone Star built for their 60th anniversary. It has a 550 Cummins and is parked for the winter months. This truck, belonging to George Tackaberry, is a 1958 GMC 9800 dump truck and is a clone to the first truck George bought in 1958. This 1969 Brockway Model 359 has a stake body on it. It's powered by a 671 Detroit engine coupled to a 10-speed Road Ranger transmission. It was recently purchased from fellow club members Jim and Judy Hancock. This Brockway was purchased from Bill Fletcher in 1999 after following up on an ad in Brockway Today. The truck was originally ordered by GLF in Ithaca, New York, and was then used as a dump truck by the town of Enfield. The truck underwent a 7-year restoration and debuted at the 2008 National Show in Cortland, New York. The truck has been driven over 10,000 miles since restoration. This N360 was originally built as a stock truck for the Boston dealership and spent a majority of its life pulling a lowboy. Tom Millard purchased the truck from Russ Bachman a few years back, who restored it to the condition it is today. It was originally equipped with an NH250 Cummins and a RTF 915 transmission, but the Cummins was replaced with an NHCT 270 from a Husky Drive-equipped Brockway. Russ also added a 30,000-pound Garwood winch and replaced the front Schuler axle with an 18,000-pound 6-spoke FL 931 Rockwell axle. Most recently, factory Shepherd power steering was added to the truck. This E361T was originally purchased by Sears Oil in Rome, New York. Tom Millard and his father restored this over a period of 7 years. The truck originally had a 671 Detroit with a 10-speed Road Ranger and a Rockwell rear with 410 gears. During the restoration, factory Shepherd power steering was added, along with a New Way air ride and an Eaton rear.
Let me tell you the story of a hot rod race where two daredevils was sitting apace. The winner had a souped-up automobile, and I was the driver behind the wheel. It's got a special motor, and it's really souped up, and that hot rod body makes it look like a puppet. It's got 8 cylinders, and uses them all with an overdrive. It just won't stall. Got a 4-barrel carb and a dual exhaust, 411 gears that can really get lost. Got safety tubes, and I'm not scared. The brakes are good, and the tires are fair. We left Southampton late one night. The moon and the stars were shining bright. Everything went fine up the hairpin hill. We was passing cars like they was standing still. Then all of a sudden, like the flick of an eye, a slick sedan passed us by. My girlfriend said, "There's the car for me," but within the tail light was all you could see. Well, my baby ribbed me for being behind, so I started to make my jalopy unwind. Took my foot off the gas and, man alive, shoved it down into overdrive. Well, I wound it up to 110, twisted the speedometer cable off the end. Had my foot feet clear to the floor, says that's all there is, ain't no more. Went around a corner and I passed a truck. Crossed my fingers just for luck. The fenders clinking the guardrail post. My gal beside me, white as a ghost. I guess she thought I had lost my sense. The telephone poles looked like a picket fence. Said slow down, I see spots. The lines in the road look like dots. Smoke was curling over my head when I started to gain on the driver ahead. I knew I could catch him and hope I could pass, but when I did, I'd be short on gas. With the tires on the side, you can feel the tension, man, what a ride. I said, hold on, I got a license to fly, and the joker pulled over and let me by. Then all of a sudden, a rod started knocking down in the ditch. She started to rockin'. I looked in the mirror, saw a red light shine. My hot rod jalopy had some coppers behind. Well, they arrested me and they put me in jail. I called my dad to go my bail. He said, son, you're gonna have trouble from your poppy if you don't quit driving that hot rod jalopy.
A piece of crap SUV with a window tint coming off the third row seats, and I'd roll through town just thinking there's more to life. Then I ditched the 4Runner, bought a brand new rig, lifted up high and sitting up big. But a strange thing happened to me when I went for a drive. My ego started to grow and it got me high. And now I'm rolling through town just like a boss, with a country up loud, feeling like a hoss. 'Cause I'm coming through, your ass needs to move. If you ain't noticed, I'm bigger than you. Never use turn signals, 'cause everyone knows where something this big is fixing to go. Hell, it's downright awesome. I feel like $1,000,000 in my big old truck. I'll probably drop a couple grand on four-wheel parts so I can take my baby out and let her look at the stars. And my game ain't never been better than it is right now. I look down on the rooftops next to me, scaring all the little smart cars out of the street. And I let that diesel purr, she likes to get really loud. And now I'm rolling through town just like a boss, with a country up loud, feeling like a hoss. 'Cause I'm coming through, your ass needs to move. If you ain't noticed, I'm bigger than you. Never use turn signals, 'cause everyone knows where something this big is fixing to go. Hell, it's downright awesome. I feel like $1,000,000 in my big old truck. I'm rolling through town just like a boss, with a country up loud, feeling like a hoss. 'Cause I'm coming through, your ass needs to move. If you ain't noticed, I'm bigger than you. Never use turn signals, 'cause everyone knows where something this big is fixing to go. Hell, it's downright awesome. I feel like $1,000,000.
Well, I stopped at a roadhouse in Texas, well, a little place called Hamburger Dan's. I heard that old jukebox start playing a tune called Truck Driving Man. The waitress then brought me some coffee. I thanked her but called her again. Well, I said that old song sure does fit me, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I climbed back aboard my old semi, and then like a flash I was gone. I got them old truck wheels to rolling. Now I'm on my way to San Antonio. When I get my call up to glory, they'll take me away from this land. I'll head this old truck up to heaven, 'cause I'm a truck driving man. Well, pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I put a nickel in the jukebox and play the truck driving man.
Well, I got my first truck when I was 3. Drove 100,000 miles on my knees. Hauled marbles and rocks and thought twice before I hauled a Barbie doll bed for the girl next door. She tried to pay me with a kiss and I began to understand there's something women like about a pickup man. When I turned 16, I saved a few $100. My first car was a pickup truck. I I was cruising the town, and the first girl I see was Bobby Joe Gentry, the homecoming queen. She flagged me down and climbed up in the cab and said, I never knew you were a pickup man. You can set my truck on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. I got an 8-foot bed that never has to be made. You know, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. I met all my wives in traffic jams. You're just something women like about a pickup man. Most Friday nights I can be found in the bed of my truck on an old Chase lounge, backed into my spot at the drive-in show. You know, a cargo light gives off a romantic glow. I never have to wait in line at the popcorn stand, 'cause there's something women like about a pickup man. You can set my truck on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. I got an 8-foot bed that never has to be made. You know, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. I met all my wives in traffic jams. You're just something women like about a pickup man. Oh, stand on his son. A bucket of rust or a brand new machine, once around the block and you'll know what I mean. You can set my truck on fire and roll it down a hill, and I still wouldn't trade it for a Coupe de Ville. I got an 8-foot bed that never has to be made. You know, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. I met all my wives in traffic jams. Are just something women like about a pickup man. Yeah, there's something women like about a pickup man. Oh, drive that pickup.
Up and down the streets of a no-name town, me and her, the wind is down, 35's rolling on the ground, loving every minute. Skull peach in the side of the door, coke cans rolling on the floor. No one ever wanted nothing more. Yeah, that was living. I drove it to work, drove it to school, I drove it to PCB. I jacked it up, loaded it down with all my friends and me. I grew up in it, yeah, I got stuck in it, playing our song on the stereo, driving till we ran out of road. Yeah, I broke up in it, I fell in love in it, made a lifetime full of memories on a half tank of gasoline. I learned just who I was and who I was in that old truck. In that old truck. I found a field, I put it in park, blanket and a girl and a billion stars, midnight buzz and a racing heart when I leaned in to kiss her. I wrecked it good on some old back road, had to call daddy to get her towed, cussing out all that grass I mowed, just saving up to fix her. Had some luck, fogged it up, and I ain't gonna lie, she heard me laugh, heard me cry, heard me pray sometimes. I grew up in it, yeah, I got stuck in it, playing our song on the stereo, driving till we ran out of road. Yeah, I broke up in it, I fell in love in it, made a lifetime full of memories on a half tank of gasoline. I learned just who I was, who I was in that old truck. Yeah, in that old truck. Yeah, I grew up in it, I got stuck in it, jamming our song on stereo, driving till we run out of road. Yeah, I broke up in it, I fell in love in it, I made a lifetime full of memories on a half tank of gasoline. Yeah, I learned who I was and who I was.
Well, if you ever plan to motor west, Jack, take my way, it's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it goes from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingsman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this kindly tip, Jack, and take that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingsman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to that kindly tip, Jack, and take that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down the eastern seaboard. I've got my diesel wound up and she's running like never before. There's a speed zone ahead, but alright, I don't see a cop inside. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. I got 10 forward gears and a Georgie overdrive. I'm passing little white lines and my eyes are open wide. Just past a Jimmy and a white, I've been passing everything in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. It really seems like a month since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like some other guy. I could find one to hold me tight, but I can never make believe it's right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. The A.T.C.A is a checking on down the line. a little overweight and my logbook's way behind. But nothing bothers me tonight. I can dodge all the scales alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. My rig's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. There's a flame from her stack and the smoke's rolling back as coal. My hometown's coming in sight. If you think I'm happy, alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
Thank you for participating in the 2020 Athens Truck Show Virtual Edition. We hope you enjoyed and we look forward to seeing you in beautiful Athens, Ontario, August 20th and 21st, 2021.